Hi Taurus, and welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. I want to start with apologizing for not showing up last week, and also I promised 2 weeks ago that not only was I going to do the messages, but I was going to do extended versions as well, and then I didn't show up for any of it. So it was just a bit too much going on in my personal life, and it wasn't room. But I'm back now. And I want to start off with saying that I don't use it's not a typical tarot reading, and it's not a typical card deck for the tarot. It's just cards, beautiful cards that gets my inspiration and my intuition going. And I'm also Swedish, which makes no difference. Only that I will throw in a few Swedish words where I feel like maybe the English words need some clarification. And Taurus is Oxe in Swedish. So it can be anything for anything that you Tauruses are attracting through me that you need to hear this week. So, what's up with you guys? Let's see. I'll do that again. Last one. Huh. Okay. So there is some heaviness going on. There's like a heavy energy around you guys, and maybe you're going through a hard time, a tough time. And it's like you're in deep water, and to me water it represents either like not heavy emotion, but a lot of emotion. Like it will be feelings that you feel. It will be emotions that it doesn't pass you by. Like you're gonna feel them. Or money. And since it's somewhat a heavy card, it could be that it is actually heavy feelings around money. And I feel that you're on the bottom of the ocean. So we're gonna get to the light of this. We're gonna get to the end of the tunnel with this, and it's a good thing when things come up when you're like in trouble, because then we can fix it, so that I don't say today it's a beautiful day and then the rest of the week just sucks. So with this card you'll be able to know what to do. Okay, so it's gonna be all fine. Just look at the card. She's like in the ocean. But I feel like there's so many creative things that you can do. Like there's so much on your plate, so much things going on for you that you sort of can do or put to work in order to get money in. But for some reason, it's not happening right now. And I want to say branch out. So if you're doing this thing that is you've been on like on one path around this thing, maybe around work, maybe around a hobby or creative thing that you're doing, and you have gone on this one path. It feels like if you branch out, like if you take a different route, different course, different path, a different road, it can be in the same area, but not the exact same thing, just a different thing to break free or open up or get more people involved somehow. Let's do another card and see where this is going. So some clarification for the Taurus around this money and work and what to do, really. Because it feels like there's like every opportunity is like there, but it doesn't happen really. Okay, so with this card, It says sensuality, and that's not what I pick up from this card, so don't get too hung up on the word unless it really resonates with you. It doesn't resonate with me. So what I want to say about this card is that I feel that in order to get what you want, or to like branch out or do the thing that will sort of lead to more of what you want, it's going to work for you to be more vulnerable. However that applies for you. If you're more vulnerable, which means if you put yourself out there, if you what feels like maybe a risk to you, or feels like oh man, I don't know if this is going to work, or am I crazy for presenting this, or am I too high on my horses to think that I'm able to do this, whatever. It feels like yes, and yes. So it comes with a sense of vulnerability, like you have to be sårbar, like you have to put yourself out there in order for it to come back, literally. And it's like you're in hiding, or you're like that you want your own space right now, or that you're like regrouping or something. You're like on your, it doesn't mean that you're on your own physically. It can be like 100 people around you. You can have like a full family, a full set of friends. Like you can be going to work, and it can be like a lot of people, but it feels like you're sort of in solitude. You're sort of taking a break from everything. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you've taken a break. It just feels like emotionally you withdrawn a bit. And, excuse me. And so there's two things that needs to happen here. Either you're going to have to let go of how money is going to come into you, because the way that you think that it's going to come in right now is the way that you're not doing. Meaning you think that you need to get more work out there in order to attract more clients, more work, more just opportunities for you to start to get money flowing. But the thing that you think needs to happen, you're not doing. So either you have to let that go and sort of tell the universe, you don't have to tell the universe anything, because the universe knows that you want money, and the universe, wherever, like Abraham, as in Abraham Hicks says all the time, through the crack of least resistance, like where you like, for an instance, you just, the tiniest moment you just, slipped a bit and you opened up, and there it came in. So it's not like the universe need to know, like, I wonder if the Taurus needs money. We have a feeling up here in the universe that maybe there's something with money. It's not like that. Like the universe knows by now that you want more money. So you are the person standing in the way for that money to flow into you. So either you have to let go how, like through this sort of work, is the way that you will get more money. If you let that go and say, I'm open to whatever situation that will bring money in, whatever situation, or start doing the thing that you think will attract money. Okay? So vulnerability, it feels like you need to be vulnerable in order to like put your stuff out there, put yourself out there, put your work out there, whatever it is that you have going, it will work if you just put it out there. If you let people know about you, know that you exist. It feels right now that like you're in hiding somehow, and there's nothing wrong with that. Only concerning money. If you think this is the one way that I will attract money, and then you don't do the one thing that you think will attract money, then you hold the money out. Not because it is the only way. There's a gazillion ways. There's as many ways to attract money as you have the possibility to think that they can come. Or just let go of any resistance. It's It's so funny. Oh, it's such a... Okay, so take a look at this. So this is a card where like the head of catering, the head of the boss of the universe, the head of the angels, like they're standing here like watching over you. You're in this bubble in solitude all by yourself. You're sitting down here, and I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there you go. You're sitting there like in solitude, thinking, dreaming, imagining, like this, maybe this is what I want to do, maybe that is what I want to do, blah, blah, blah. And then here on the outside of your little world, of your little bubble, is like the angels of the universe. Like, if we just could get her to listen, if we could get her to... Do you see the little girl there? And don't confuse the girl with just the women. It can also be for men, obviously. And so it's like, and the card says opportunity knocks, and underneath it, it says go for it. So there's like opportunities all around you, and there's as many other worlds. Do you see the bubbles? Like your world is only one way of living, and then you have another and another, another. Like there's so many worlds around you that you can choose. Like you don't have to pick your one, and you're like in this world thinking about the next world that you want to be in, and heaven is there knocking, saying, we want to get in, we want to give this to you, just open up so that we can give it to you. It's so funny. It's like right there. It's like the universe is waiting for you to just, okay, I can receive it now. But it feels like you're more focused on what is not here, and not wanting to go into the thing that you're working on, or that creative thing with your work or job or whatever that is, the creative thing that you're doing in order to get the money. And so I'll tell you again, the two things that you need to do is either let go of the one thing that you think will lead to money, and the money will come in, or start to put your stuff out there and the money will start coming. It's not like when you put your stuff out there, nothing is going to happen, but you need to branch out. It's like what you've been doing in the past sort of hasn't really worked. It hasn't given you what you wanted to be or expected to be, or the breakthrough that you're sort of waiting for. So it's a branching out. It's taking a different route, a different course, and it will hit you in your face. In your face, it will come. I will end with another card. Some guidance for Taurus, what to do. How to get out of the bubble. How to get out of the bubble. Is to know that everything is an illusion. Is to know that we're waking, that we, maybe not, maybe we're waking up. Is to know that we are sorry for the super noise outside, if you can hear it. We are in this illusion that we think is the truth, is the true reality, and this is the way it is, and in order for me to be happy or get what I want, this is what I have to do. But at the end of the day, like from being on the bottom and feeling sort of overwhelmed with feelings and emotions and feeling a bit alone, I feel, and having all these emotions around money, basically wanting to be, but maybe not daring to be, a bit vulnerable, like putting yourself out there a bit more. Third card, living like by yourself in a little bubble, and you're thinking up a new world, but you're sort of not looking up, where the bigger picture is like, oh, there's heaven knocking on my door and I can't really fully see it, and I make way too much of this. There's one reality, when in fact there's as many realities as there are people, and there's as many realities as there are thoughts. Like one thought creates its own little reality, and that reality is as real as you make it to be. So it doesn't even have to affect you. It doesn't even have to be wrong or bad or feel tough when you sort of choose not to look at that reality. If you don't like that reality, shift it. And here comes the fourth card telling you, letting you know that it's all an illusion. And the minute you're not looking in the mirror, like the minute you're looking away, you're looking in another direction, you're shifting focus, it's all gonna shift. And just remember, it's all an illusion. It's not real. It's not reality. It's not as heavy as we have made it all out to be. So look at it from a lighter standpoint. I hope this applies to some of you Tauruses, and that is a bit of helpful advice to you, and that you can get up again. And I know you will. It looks like you can. It's just a different branch, and it's all good. Or let it go a bit more, and the money will just come into you. So I'm a bit over time, and I promise not to do extended because I can't promise, but hopefully I will do extended next week. And I also want to say my intention for these videos is to have them up and running by every Friday. But then I have a little 1-year-old that sort of messes with my schedule every once in a while, and other people making things not go the way I want them to. If you liked what you heard, please subscribe. Please share it with your friends if you like. Take care, Taurus. Bye.